Hey guys, Lee at Platinum in Car. So, Batesh's car is done and ready for the EMA Euro finals next week. Mercedes CLS. And I'm going to run through just what we've got in here and what we've done, just to give you a basic update on what it is, what it plays, how it's fitted, how it's installed. And then we'll probably do another video inside the car, listening to the music, you know, the type. So we've got the EMA display in the background. That shouldn't give us any copyright problems with YouTube. So yeah, Mercedes CLS, and we're going to go round to the boot trunk, as you Americans say. So we have a brace of Helix M series amplifiers. We've got a M6 that runs the whole left hand side of the car, and we've got another M6 that runs the whole right hand side of the car, and an M1X at the back there which runs the subwoofers in the back. The good thing about all those is they are all the same size. That's great, makes it look nice, and they're stepped that way for obviously just display purposes, and they are actually under glass. So that is a glass panel. You probably won't be able to tell, but oh yeah, you can just see a reflection in that top left hand corner. So it's under glass. We've extensively tested it. Being Class D amplifiers, they don't get hot, so it works fine like that. Perspex logo in there. Vinyl for floor panels, vinyl top panel there for the subwoofers, and then carpeted. And if you've got really good eyes, I don't know whether the video is going to show it. I'll move around to this side. This bottom panel does actually lip up into the carpeted panel, so we've actually done a lot of work in this, getting a lovely little lip, so it kinks up into it, so you haven't just got a panel sat on top of another panel. They kind of integrate really nicely. And then two Acoustic Elegance AU 15-inch subs running in infinite baffle or free air, whichever one you want to call it. They're firing through the ski hatch, and they use the boot as the enclosure. As you can see, as well as the Acoustic Elegance, we're running Micro-Precision. There's a lovely little Perspex badge there, and another one in the middle there. And as you can see, just to create a bit of difference of shade in the car, the bottom section there is real aluminium. That's an aluminium strip, and we've matched it around the subwoofers there as well. And that's actually a front grille of one of these cars. So we took the front grille off a Mercedes CLS, broke it down, reshaped it, painted it, and the strips across the middle, the light's a bit bright, but the strips across the middle are painted in aluminium paint, so it matches the aluminium strip across the bottom there, just to kind of break it up. And there's a lot of aluminium in these Mercedes in the dash, in the interior, so we wanted to bring a little bit of that in, and a little bit of the colouring as well. So yeah, and also it lights up. So we have two colours, orange and white. Orange around the outside, and then all the logos light up in white. And I like the way it glows around the subwoofers. Gives that little bit of extra depth there, which works really well in this car. So yeah, all the panels are bolted in, but the external panels, the carpeted panels, are all on magnets, so it's quick and easy to pop the panels up and then get to the screws. So you don't see any bolts or screws or anything in this car, because all the panels that cover them are in magnets. Access panel there, which has got a tyre inflation kit and a few other bits and bobs. And then the one on the other side gives you the fuse on the rear battery and access to the fuse distribution block as well. So that's the back end. Helix digital amplifiers, lots of power, a couple of 15s, Acoustic Elegance, Oh, it's also got a Helix DSP Pro Mark III as the processor, which is right. You probably won't be able to see it, but it's right back in there as well. I didn't want to put it in front of the first Helix amp because then it gets rid of the kind of like lit up logo, the little diamond in the middle, and I kind of didn't want two amps to have that logo and then the one at the front not. So I kind of wanted it to all look the same. So we decided just to kind of hide the Pro processor. Back shelf's been trimmed as well. If you have a look, it matches all the curvature and all the divots of the back shelf, so that's all been fiberglassed to mould in with it, and then it's bolted through from the on top with some steel brace bars just to stiffen the whole back shelf up, because when those 215s get kicking, you can understand the back shelf is going to be flexing away. So we'll move over to the front. And straight away you can see we have a 10-inch iPad. It's an iPad. I'm just going to pull it off. So that's the factory display you have in these cars. And you'll see a bump at the top. We've rebuilt this panel completely. There's a bump there that's got a magnet in there. And also, if you have a look from that angle, you can just about see there is a charging little tablet holder that's designed for these, and it fits so well. I mean, that's it, done, in. I'll do that once more because I probably had the camera a little bit lower. There you go, charging and magneted in, and sits there really nice. And I think it looks, it's probably it was probably the simplest and most factory looking tablet install we've done, and it's removable in less than seconds, which is great. It's great for Pratesh, so he can use it for the reversing camera and sat nav or whatever he wants in the car, and then when he goes to competition he uses the tablet. Oh, and in competition this car competes in Master Limited for this year, and also its main operation every day is for competition is multimedia. So this is a multimedia car, hence why all the power, hence why the 215s. So this has been designed and built for multimedia. Although it does compete in sound quality as well, SQ. Its main thing is for multimedia. So tablet there. So we'll move on to the front speakers. As you can see, we've got a tweeter there. It's the Micro-Precision 7 Series tweeter. I should have brought a little light with me to kind of highlight it. Let's give it, see if we can get a better picture. There we go. Micro-Precision 7 Series. Milano suede on the A-pillars, which match the original black Milano or Alcantara headlining really, really well in this car. 5 Series mid-range. They are not factory locations. They are basically locations in the top corner of the dash that were part of the plastic vent that goes across. We've cut that short and then made a panel and mounted bonded steel rings into the dash and the speaker bolts into steel rings. It's tight. It's really tight, and we had to do it with the dash out. So we have had the dash out in this vehicle. Moving over to kicks, because there's nothing in factory location there. Moving over to the kick. There is a Micro-Precision 5 Series 6.5-inch mid-bass. They are in, they're not vented completely IB to the outside. The kicks are so big in these Mercs, and they go all the way up the A-pillar and all the way down the sill trim. There's quite a lot of airspace in there. So they just vented in the cavity of the metal, between the two parts of the metal construction there. What's different with this is we haven't used wood. We've used 15mm steel plate. So we've had some steel plate laser cut with the right sizes. I made a template out of MDF, took it to a metalworks company. They made us up some steel plate and then nut and bolted in 4 locations, and then the 6.5-inch taps into the steel plate. There's obviously a gasket there between the two to stop any rattles and resonances. The kick panel in these Mercedes are completely flat, so we only had to nibble a little bit of metal work out of this car because there's already probably a 5-inch square hole in that location, so we had to open it up in a couple of corners to give us the space to get the 6.5 in. And like I say, it's as solid as a mid-base mounting could ever be. And then we use a proper aluminium and steel grille on that. And then hiding behind the carpet, I need to get both of them back, which is going to be a bit difficult. And all this kind of keeps pulling off, so we just have to hoover it every time. But yeah, it's a bit tight. You can't really see, but there's about 14-15 litres. And there is a Dayton Audio slimline subwoofer in there. And that's for front sub. And again, for multimedia and SQ and for sound quality, it works really, really well. And you know, I'm 5'10", 5'11". My legs are completely flat, and my feet are, that's it, my legs are straight, completely straight. I'm sat in the seat, legs are straight out, so we're not losing a lot of space. And that's I suppose it's a good thing of the Mercedes, this platform. We have a lot of space down in that kickwell area. So yeah, that's Pritesh's car. It does a bit of everything. As time goes on, we build more and more cars like this because there's a lot of people that want sound quality loud. They want sound quality, but they want it to go louder. These Micro-Precisions can do that, and with the right amplification and processing, it's an easy trick now to do that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's kind of an all-round car that we do quite a lot of. We do a lot of cars, two-way, three-way, with front sub and rear subs, 15s. Digital amps and Helix processing really gets us some really good results. So yeah, that's Pritesh's car. Like I say, we'll do another video from the driver's seat playing some tunes, so you can have another listen at how that sounds. Thanks for watching, guys. Give us a like and a subscribe, and if you're in Salzburg for the Euro finals, tap Pritesh up and come and have a listen. Thanks for watching.